is up, guys? It is Christ, and we are back with another video. This is going to be a little bit of a very interesting one for me, to say the least. This is going to be Mark Morton's Cross Off, featuring Chester Bennington. Now, I was extremely devastated by the death of Chester Bennington. Linkin Park was my first introduction to rock and heavy metal, and I was absolutely devastated when he died. It took me months to, like, I guess, just recover from it. And when I say that, I'm not even, like, kidding. And so it turns out that this Mark Morton, he recorded a song with Chester Bennington that was never released, and he eventually said that it would see the light of day. And so that's what this is. And even if this song is not really an emotional one, it will be for me, because it's the last new Linkin Park song, not Linkin Park, sorry. Chester Bennington, it's his last vocals I'll probably ever hear, and it sucks to say that. But without further ado, we're gonna jump right into this. I hope this video does not get taken down, and I hope the record label has the decency to allow it. So without further ado, let's get started.
So blacked out and hide behind the lines. Keep staring down the sun and hope the light will finally find your eyes and see it. Cross off the days gone by. Cross off the days gone by. Cross off the days gone by. So blacked out and hide behind the lines. Keep staring down the sun and hope the light will finally find your eyes and see it. Cross off the days gone by. Cross off the days gone by. Cross off the days gone. Making my way back from the madness. Shooting my thoughts from the blackness and the sadness. But the fact is, I'm sneaking through life like a clenched fist. Without sanity, I wanna bleed. Can't kill the pain. It's everything. It's all I feel. It's what I breathe. To the hate I breathe. It's what I need. Heavy is the end that voice of Savior. Heavy is the heart that's filled with anger. Did you survey everything you laid to waste and cross off the days? So blacked out and hide behind the lines. Keep staring down the sun and hope the light will
there a message for him at the end?
Detail how to be a metalhead.
No.
Yay! And here's how it's gonna.
There you guys have it. That was Mark Morton and Chester Bennington in Cross Off. And there's towards the end of the song, You Saw Me Like Stop Headbanging. That's because some of the lyrics that he was saying was a little bit too real. And it's a well-known fact that Chester struggled with these his entire life, and eventually it became too much for him to deal with. He had clinical depression. He was suicidal for a very long time, from what I understand. And it was because that he had those feelings inside him that he was able to create such relatable music. I'm going to open up to you guys a little bit. I've dealt with depression and suicidal thoughts in my past, and sometimes it does creep back. Would I go and kill myself? Probably absolutely not. But the fact that he made this type of stuff that made it helped lessen the sting. It helped me cope with the things that I had dealt with, and that's the reason why I was so devastated when he died. Let me guys know if any of you can relate to him that way, or another artist. I know there's no shortage of artists that have passed away. This is a video to pay your respects to artists. Share your best memories with them, because I certainly had a lot when it came to Linkin Park. I don't know if I've told you guys the story. This is gonna be a longer video. I'm gonna say screw it. This is gonna be a longer bit of video because there's some things it's like reminded me of. I'm gonna tell you guys, I guess, how I discovered rock and metal. I was in 6th grade, and I specifically remember I was in science class, and this was back in like 2006, 2007, and I was going through class and everything, and the bell rang, and this kid beside me, he dropped his MP3 player. Yeah, it was one of those little bar ones about that long that took a battery in it. And so me being the little thief that I was, I took it. I stole his MP3 player, and then I took it home with me, and I started listening to everything on it. And the first thing that came up was Linkin Park's Paper Cut, the first song off their first album, and I was absolutely mesmerized by that song. How at the time how heavy it was to me, how I'd never heard anything like that before, and it made me want to crave more and more music. There was System of a Down on it too. There was Green Day's American Idiot that was also on there. But I copied all of the music to my computer, and then the next day I got in trouble because the school had found out what happened. They had cameras in the school, and they had saw me take it, so I had to give it back to him, and I got suspended for it. But I had the music, and yeah, so that was my first introduction to rock and metal. And if I had to done that, I don't know what type of course my life would have been set on. But coincidentally, during middle school and high school, I was also bullied a lot, and Linkin Park helped me cope with it. The band Green Day also as well. I discovered Disturbed by that time, and it was just a growing time for me in terms of my music, what I realized I wanted to listen to. It was sort of an awakening, I guess. And so that's my story with introduction to rock and metal. If you guys would like to share your story, I would be more than happy to listen to you. If you guys want to type it out in a comment, I would definitely love to hear it. So that's my remembering of Chester Bennington, because it's been rough, and it will continue to be rough. I don't think I'll ever quite be over it, because when I hear stuff like this, where he talks about his pain, it's just plain as day that like he was calling for help is what he was doing in these songs, and it sucks that like no one took him seriously. And yeah, this is gonna be actually we gotta rate this song. Sorry, I got so sidetracked that I completely forgot about the song. I thought that this was absolutely amazing musicianship. I'm going to say that right away. There was some amazing guitar riffs in here. The drums were excellent, and my Chester's voice was just absolutely flawless. Like, it was amazing to hear, and it was emotional to hear. I knew it was going to be, because it was the first time I had heard his voice in any new material since he died. After he died, I hadn't listened to a whole bunch of like stuff outside of Linkin Park. He's done a couple other projects, but I just started trying to absorb as much of his material in me as I could. And I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to that. I know that Lemmy died from Motorhead. I know that what is his name? Chris Cornell died. That was Chester's best friend, and yeah, I think he actually died on Chris Cornell's birthday or somewhere near his birthday, and it sucks. We got Stanley that just died. I swear, all my idols, all of the people that I've looked up to my entire life are starting to drop like flies, and it sucks. But I thought that the drums, the guitars, the voice, absolutely flawless. I cannot sit here in good faith and rate this song because it was absolute perfection. It was everything I wanted it to be and more. And so, yeah, I'm sorry about this longer video, guys. I just had to get some things out. I've been seriously like what's the word I'm looking for? Procrastinating on reacting to this video because I knew it was going to bring out some feelings. And yeah, let me guys know what you guys want to see next, because we're going to be doing things a little bit differently around here. We're going to be taking the highest rated random song suggestions, and we're going to do that for days that are not scheduled to specific bands. For example, this is going up on a Friday. I don't have anything scheduled for Friday, so therefore we can do random suggestions on Friday as well as Sunday and Wednesday. And so with that out of the way, guys, this has been Christ. I'll see you next time. Once again, I apologize for the longer video, but there was some things I needed to say.